We have Miss Melanie Francis. She has a company in Australia, a purely Australian company, but with office in Pakistan as well. She is one of the ambassadors of Pakistan IT talent. I would just request her briefly to please let us know what her experiences of working with Pakistan and what does she advise the Pakistani companies to do if they want to work in Australian market. Over to Melanie.
Okay, hi, thanks Ashraf. So I did a quick presentation to just share my experience as an Aussie doing business in Pakistan, and was asked to talk about the opportunities that are presented for Australian companies. So I guess the backstory a little bit about me was I started development in India, as we Aussies typically do, because that's a very, we've got a good relationship and understanding of that. So that's where I started. I had a bit of a bad experience, and then I approached a very tiny software house 3 years ago to develop my first product. And at that time, I saw the opportunity. So that little software house, developed my product at a quality product at lightning speed. That's what we want: fast, quick, quality results, and that's what I got. So at that time, I really saw an opportunity and decided to scale that particular business and establish a business called Rario in Australia, where other businesses in Australia could actually obtain the kind of talent that I had just experienced. So I traveled to Pakistan because I think, when you want to do business with a country, you should, just like how you want to buy property, you should go experience it, make sure you're comfortable. So there's me. There's a couple of trips that I've done. I've met some of the top, universities that are producing the best IT graduates. I've met some of the freelancers on your right that are doing great stuff in freelancing. The team, as you can see, it's like going from strength to strength. The first time I visited, it was very small, and then it was much more larger, and I bet it's even bigger now if I were to go back, but COVID is restricting. In Australia, we want the best IT talent, as you heard. We don't want anything but the best. And Pakistan does have this, it does. And I want to talk about that with you, about what that looks like and how you can access the best. So one thing that I did differently when I started doing a service-based IT business is Australia doesn't like the word offshoring. When I started, back before, they're shy of the word offshoring because a lot of Australian businesses have been burnt. But from the beginning, from the get-go, I decided to approach my marketing completely different. And I went and promoted the talent, and I was very transparent that I was doing business in Pakistan and they were a full-time team and everything was very much open. And I wanted Australia to be comfortable with Pakistan because I was comfortable with Pakistan because I had visited. So while I was doing that, I saw Pakistan responded very, very welcomingly with that message. They had never had someone promote the country as much as I think I was, all for it, because I really enjoyed the business, the tourism, and the opportunity I saw was truly amazing. So I was an Aussie promoting Pakistan, and I was not from Pakistan, and that was the first time that that kind of, I think, marketing had come to the country. So we've been growing. Initially, it was really slow in growth, but we've grown really amazingly with the honesty of that we are offshoring and we are promoting offshore talent. And we've also recently been able to tap into digital marketing as well and offering that as a service on top of our web dev and software development, which has been fantastic for us. What is the IT talent like in Pakistan? We did hear from the Australian side that, we want really, really top talent. I would say that there is very, very top talent, a young population. And if you don't know, the IT professionals are paid one of the most highly in Pakistan. They are side by side with the doctor profession. So it's a very sought out degree when it comes to professionally hiring as an agency into that market. So those who become, software engineers in Pakistan are very high demand, especially the top talent. Just like how we were talking about in Australia, the top talent, we search for it, we hunt for it, we want it, we pay everything. There is no difference when it comes to hiring in Pakistan for that top talent, degree qualified individuals. one thing I do want to tell Australian companies is, you know, salaries in Pakistan, it really is a big, big range, and you have to be willing to pay the prices if you want top talent. It's not, you know, there is the 500 and there's also the 5,000 AUD talent. There is a big range. So, and every software developer who is graduate, talented, can speak well, you know, they've got 3 to 4 offers within their pocket that they can actually exercise, and they can be part of a lot of opportunities. So all of the agencies that are in Pakistan are constantly fighting for that talent. It's no secret. We are constantly fighting for that talent. So strategic partnership and actually going with a development agency in Pakistan who's already got established reputation and brand is super, I would say, important for Australians, because I went and established from zero to a team, and I felt the pain of trying to actually, you know, seek talent and bring them over. It is not easy, because IT talent are brand focused. They want to know that they've got a secure opportunity because they're not going to lose their job. They are going with established company. So very important. And I will mention Uber, Facebook, those kind of companies are hiring talent from Pakistan. So it is highly competitive as well. One thing, attracting the top software talent going on, the Pakistan community, just like Australian community, demands a friendly environment. I think that's something that I saw culturally. We think as Australians maybe that it's going to be like India, or it's going to be like Bangladesh, or we've dealt in an Asia country. It's not like that. The software industry that is professional really demands the same kind of friendly client relationship. So I would say that's something that someone has asked me recently, and I thought I would answer that, is do the software devs work on Saturdays in Pakistan? And like, I will just answer that right now is no, because that's one of the, that's, some of them do, but the top of the top will never work on a Saturday. Pakistan takes the Saturday, Sunday off and has a relaxing culture just like we do. If you want that top talent, again, it's very similar to what they demand is flexibility, understanding, health, medical. That's all part of the ecosystem. So it's not like we think that, you know, there's not a standard. There is also a standard if you want top talent, which Australians, we do. How does the country compare to Vietnam and India is something that I'm often asked, because I am in the Pakistan market and I have looked at India and Vietnam. I will comment this, that Vietnam still has a long way to go in terms of the English problem, and Australia demands English like perfection in their development. And I think Pakistan is further along in providing that and staying quite equilibrium in cost. In terms of India, you do know India's got so much opportunity from large players, like some of our big banks have taken talent from that. So the talent that is sometimes left over to SMEs and medium space is not as talented as the opportunity that you might get from Pakistan, who hasn't yet had the same amount of exposure as yet. So it's like, I would say it's like untapped talent that is waiting. Some people ask me, is it safe? And I'd say, as a female who's not from Pakistan, I've really never felt unsafe in the country before. And I found the partnership to be hugely profitable, as Pakistan really does provide opportunity in terms of costing in development. But I recommend partnering with a trusted partner, just like I have. And that's something, you know, you will definitely feel safe once you've got it. Opportunities for Australia, like I said, the development costs can be cut about 70%. We heard 70% before, and that's my opinion. It's about 70%. You've got unlocked talent that hasn't been yet touched, like India. I think Pakistan's really the next place where you can really get in first. And I find that the Pakistan IT industry and the companies are really hungry to grow and trade. So if you can find that right partnership, it just like, you know, opens up such huge opportunities for Australia and doing business and getting access to that talent. And what I'm really excited about as well for us in Australia is we are seeing Pakistan go into IoT, AI, you know, machine learning, AR, VR is something new that's coming into Pakistan. So we do see them really taking up the new technologies really nicely, and I'm excited for Pakistan to continue that because it's going to really serve really nicely. So if you are in these new spaces, I would love to hear from the Pakistan companies that are playing into this, because as Australian businesses, we're very interested in the new tech that's coming. That's really it. If you want to have a chat, want to learn more about accessing Pakistan, or you want to learn about partnering into those kind of, segments, add me on LinkedIn. I'm a huge LinkedIn user. Maybe some of you follow me, but yeah, add me on LinkedIn, and I'd love to connect and chat some more.